Hello and welcome to today's reading for Twin Flames. I have some cards for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and then cards in the middle as well for the current union energy. Really kind of doubled down on the crystals today. We have 2 decks of crystal cards and one card from a Chakra card deck as well. So yeah, what I have is the Crystal Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue, and then I also have Eternal Crystals by Jade-Sky, and the Chakra reading cards by Rachelle Charman. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. We're really nearing the end of June into July, so you could just feel into if there's any significance for that for you, if you are giving yourself any kind of a goal that was set, by summertime, anything that you're kind of working on and how that's coming along. And I just also encourage you not to give up if there is anything that you were, hoping to have accomplished by now that isn't quite there, or perhaps you've, superseded, gone past your goal. Whatever the case may be, just it's a good time to just keep trudging along and keep going, and let the feelings that come up really just pass, and take care of yourself as you go. You might require a little more care at this time. Still an eclipse season and everything, and there's that holiday vibe if you're in the United States as well, right, with this weekend coming up. So, yeah, let's get started. Got an airplane overhead. I don't know if you can hear that in the recording, but I sure do. So we're going to start with the Divine Masculine today. And his first crystal card is Clear Quartz Meditation. So yeah, the Divine Masculine is really meditating, letting his Divine Feminine just be herself, while he's really going within and getting to that place of peace and clarity. I mean, clear quartz kind of says it all, right? Crown chakra. So also receiving his own, divine wisdom, and yeah, just really there's a certain quality of bliss to this card, I feel. So yeah, you can just feel into that if you're the DM watching this, or if you're the DF, know that that's what's going on, and so it might help you kind of attune to what's going on for you as well. So that feels complete. I feel like there's not a whole lot to say. It's just a very peaceful feeling to this card. So this card might explain further why that is happening, actually. And it's sapphire, which is, so beautiful. I love sapphire. But yeah, it says, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. Yeah, so the DM is just being invited to be gentle with himself. If you've been watching my readings, there have been a few cards lately, a few readings where, the Divine Masculine is going deeper with that more gentle, warm, approachable side within. And now it's time for him to give that back to himself and feel worthy of, his own love, so to speak, and not push himself. I think society can really, do that to men and even little boys. It's just go out and play until you're so exhausted, which can be fun. I mean, we've all had fun doing that, but it can also feel exhausting, essentially. It's kind of just using that as a way to not really connect with let's say a little boy, and just get them to exhaust themselves instead, so you don't have to deal with their rambunctiousness. But that's actually a quality that you could really love, and that should be loved in kids. I guess I'm got a little bit choked up. Yeah, I used to teach preschool, so it makes me think of that too, And I've taught all different grades, and including adults, which isn't really a grade, although sometimes they act the most like preschoolers. But that's a bit of a tangent. So yeah, it's really about just going within for the divine masculine, and yeah, like just loving himself, perhaps where he wasn't fully loved, like in that way, like in development too. So very good. Let's go to the divine feminine, kind of like, oh, where am I going to go next? But yeah, let's just do that, balance it out like a teeter-totter. Wow, this is so similar to the divine masculine's card, and this card is like, it almost looks like a shimmery card, but it's not, like the way they captured Selenite. Let's compare, because I have some Selenite right here. Look at that, nice job. Very pretty. Yes, so it's very peaceful. Crown chakra as well. So yeah, well, like, why don't we just look here? We've got clear quartz, and then we have selenite. So this is a little, even like going more deeply into that, soft, feminine, peaceful side. But it's kind of like, both twin flames are on a little bit of a meditation retreat, at least within. So yeah, there's just something there to feel into for yourself, and to let that be. Like, something I noticed for myself is that I thought I needed to do something else, which actually was this reading, but it wasn't the right time to do it. There was something right in front of me to do that actually felt easy to do and that I should be doing, but a part of me was saying, you need to get this other thing done. And it felt like it was taking me out of my meditation to do this reading and to not follow up with what it was, I was following up with a person, messaging them. And that felt peaceful and easy, and I was like, so why would I stop doing this right now to do this other thing? Why am I in such a rush? There's no real reason here. So I just invite you to like feel into how that applies to you, and where you might be like, going deeper with just being in your own flow, essentially. And that's really how you attract abundance. I think there's this lie oftentimes where, you have to feel bad and work hard to attract your abundance or your lover or something. And the bad things are just the bad feelings being uprooted. But if you're actually like, doing something that doesn't feel good rather than being in the flow, that's different. You're just kind of like, you're controlling. So just like feel into which it is and when, so that you can really uproot those patterns within yourself and let your journey be easy, one step at a time. Like there's not, you don't need to do something extra. You just need to do what it is you need to do that's in front of you, which is essentially just loving everything that's right in front of you. So very nice. We'll move on to this last card for the divine feminine, stress reduction. Also like super similar to the divine masculine's card. And we even have a picture of the DM and the DF here. So it says, de-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. And, the DM is like saying to you, divine feminine, like, hey, I've got you here. Like, we're doing this together. And he's been like given, a similar message in one way or another. So it's time to really heed this advice. And it doesn't mean you need to sleep all day. It actually might mean that you even get more work done, although not necessarily. But it's just about, again, like being in your own flow with peace, and doing the things that are actually like, being called to your attention right now, rather than like the things that you think you should do. And sometimes there is that thing going on in our brain, like, I need to do this, I need to do this. So it's just important to feel into that and what that is. Because oftentimes you do indeed need to do the thing, but it's about like finding the peaceful way to do the thing. And oftentimes that is just like getting it done. But there's also a flow. It's just like, it's like, imagine if you were homeschooled, assuming you weren't, or maybe you were, and you got to like have free reign there. But how would your day be structured? You would transition to the next activity when you wanted to, not when you were forced to. So I think there's in the collective consciousness, especially with summertime after COVID and a lot of schooling, like being in a different kind of way, there's some healing there for adults too, and just going deeper with transitions in your life and how you were taught to transition, especially in school, but maybe at home too, and with after school activities, especially like if you're one of the younger generations. I think like after school activities have gotten more and more, I would say like a little bit much, honestly, like not always, but you know, having more time to just like play and actually explore yourself is really important too. Of course, structure and discipline has an equal place, but it's just about the balance there. So yeah, it's really just about healing that within yourself and bringing God into these places and releasing control there so that you can actually have like a structured yet free-flowing, peaceful lifestyle that feels appropriate and good for how you were created. And of course, like, it may not happen all at once, but it is happening when you choose it, and you can just like choose those little things and the bigger things too, and follow your guidance. You know, sometimes you just hear the right thing at the right time that allows you to take that leap of faith, or to just put that extra little bit of effort in. And so yeah, it's just safe to go deeper with trusting yourself there, and to like practicing what it truly feels like to be in the flow, and noticing what it is that shifts in your reality when you choose to really commit to doing that. So we're going to go on to the middle cards now. I have some nice Herkimer diamond here. I don't know. Kind of a funny accent I had there. I don't know where that came from. Just like imagining myself like mining for Herkimer diamond. Okay, anyways, and also some lapis lazuli. Yeah. Oh, love that. Love that stuff. Okay. So this middle card, ooh, Rebirth. This is like one of my absolute favorite cards of this deck. I'm actually wearing a butterfly shirt right now. Love the butterflies. Yeah, so this explains further, you know, what's going on both sides here with all the needing to like kind of meditate, go within, find peace, de-stress. I mean, this is what you do when you're like in a cocoon kind of phase, right? And so there is some kind of a rebirth going on here. And this can very well applies to how you feel about your twin flame union. There's another really loud plane. So yeah, there's something kind of like swooping down here and really taking you to the next level. You don't have to really do anything other than just really like find your peace within yourself and take guided steps, you know, doing the things that maybe you have wanted to do but not been able to move ahead with. You might find yourself having an easier flow there with some of those things now at this time. And with going deeper to places that were numbed out before about how you feel about your twin flame, whether you know them or not, with them or not, it's still the same journey into perfect union. It's your own perfect journey. You know, things don't happen in the same order for everyone, and things can look very different from union to union. So it's important to like receive from others' stories and feelings and receive the healing, but also to not compare yourself to another at the same time. And by releasing that comparison, you do allow yourself to have that rebirth, because you go and into the depths of your own soul and you truly see yourself there. And it's a really beautiful thing. And then, of course, you, in seeing that and coming to terms with that, you go into a deeper state of loving your twin flame, essentially, and find the love that's always been there. So you heard what's the word? There's a better word than refinding, rediscovering, rekindling. But yeah, it's always been there because God created you both together. But there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleared. I mean, we're on Earth. There's a lot going on here to be cleared. So it's okay to be compassionate with yourself there. And the last card, I keep getting this card for myself too. Amethyst, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. Yes, amen. So just go deeper with who you truly are, not with who anyone, I don't care who they are, tells you who you are about yourself. And I'm also talking about parents here too, as well as anything or anyone else, or maybe just society in general, and what you receive, subliminal messages about yourself, how you how you think you should be is not it, or how who you've been told that you are is not it. It's about really discovering within who you truly are and letting God reveal that to you, and trusting that God is doing that perfectly. No matter how things look on the outside, or what people are saying or not saying, or maybe everything's going so peacefully and wonderfully, you almost question it. All of that is just, not really getting to the core of what this is about. And that's why both parties, your whole twin flame union right now is really focused on going deeper into that peaceful meditative state, because that's allowing you to reveal more of your true self. And it really speaks to this rebirth as well. And what you might find is that you're actually just who you thought you always were, but that you for some reason didn't feel worthy of, right? You attracted situations that made you feel unworthy of who you were, perhaps. So it's about clearing all of these things so that you can reclaim the value of who you truly are. And if you're having any trouble with this, I would invite you to go back to who you were as a really small child, what it is that you really valued at that time, what you really liked, where your interests were, who you felt that you were on the inside, and how you related to others, what and who you were attracted to, in what ways. And, get in touch with that, because that stuff doesn't really fade away, right? It's not you grow up and that part of you shouldn't go anywhere. It's, people might try to squeeze it out of you or whatever it out of you, just energetically. But that's not the truth. The truth is, in reaching maturity, is that you just you own all of that. You own all of your power, and you let God into all of those places so that you can be your whole entire self. And when you're your personal entire self, it's much more easy to attract more harmony in your twin flame union, and just go deeper with that and find real deeply balanced peace there, a very just a new level of Stability sounds kind of like a boring word for describing it for some reason, because it is. It's very stable, but it's also very alive. So yeah, since it's Mercury retrograde, I'll just like blame that on me not finding the word. It's convenient, right? But anyway, yeah, I think that really sums up this reading very well. It's very beautiful, peaceful reading. Love all these cards so much. I hope you enjoyed this time that you invested into yourself by watching this reading, and feel free to leave any comments or questions if you have any, and subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to know when I'm putting out my next reading. They're out almost daily, well, basically daily, yeah, plus other content. And if you want to go deeper into your journey, and I'm talking about your twin flame journey, but also like your life purpose journey and everything that goes along with it. I mean, it's all a part of just becoming your whole self and like claiming what it is you desire. You can check out my links below, and yeah, you can work with me. I also do readings, of course, as you may imagine, and I have other resources down there too. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care. Love you, and see you soon. Bye.